When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in Lavelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a team looking for its first win, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Kentucky's offense will get first crack at it today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Complete on third down. Turns it on in midfield. Turning it on. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Coming out with it, it's Rousseau. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Cougars offense taking the field, first chance we have to see them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. He'll ride his man on the option. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. At midfield, he's got room. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. Motion from the back. Now he's looking to throw it. Got it behind the line, it's man. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll send the tight end in motion. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Touch pass on the jet sweep. smashes through the tackle. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Off to a good start here, and back. Breaks into the open. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll give it to him again. Got enough for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
And how about that? That's the 1st INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. 1st mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to pass. It's Kelly. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his 1st work of the afternoon. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the 1st play of the drive. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. There he goes. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. The Wildcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Got him and nobody's close. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. With the run on 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Deep defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Finds his big tight end. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass, it's Kelly. Buys a little extra time. Short gain on the play before he slides. 2nd down coming up. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. On the move. Got the first down and more. Rumbles up to the 27 before going out of bounds, and the running game gets it done there. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. The give on the option. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Motion from the wideout. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that.
Oh, he's got some space. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
Well, in that down in business, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the 1st.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
The defense blows up the ISO play by getting penetration right up the middle, and that forces the negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Bray. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on 3rd.
Back to throw. It's Kelly. Slings it downfield. Working that left side. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. And if he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throwing right. Lost the defense, he's wide open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And he makes another big play for this offense. And, man, if I'm this defense, at some point I'm going to learn my lesson. We're in the second quarter. He's already over 100 yards. Like, I better start committing some resources to this guy, or else he's going to break some records because he is putting up some numbers on the day.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Kentucky! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They've had a couple of drives bogged down, had to settle for field goals, and now they'll try to get it into the end zone this time. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Kelly. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Kentucky! The defense takes matters into its own hands. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 40. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the RPO, complete. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it go. Fires it incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. The short hands. It's Bridges. Touchdown, Wildcats. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Colorado. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it down.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high.
Going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go.
He'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Grabs it inside the 10. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on it.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Good news is they didn't lose a ton of yards. The bad news is that's the 3rd sack they've given up now in this game. They have got to do a better job protecting this quarterback.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the back. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Here on 3rd down, will they go back to the running game? Back to throw, it's Kelly. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in.
I got a feeling they went into the half and they talked about how do we create some more explosive plays on offense. First drive, you're trailing. They did exactly that. Nice job by this offense. They're going to need more of them to get back in this football game, but I like the first drive aggressiveness by this offense.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
It's third down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. He'll try to really get into this one. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They'll go to the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Lofts one deep down the right side. Grabs it inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go. He's just steamrolling the defense. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they take it in for 6 more points. If these guys wanted to make a statement, the statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Gives it on the option. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Scoops it up, still a live ball. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. And the Cougars, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
Get set, get set.
The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Scanning the field, it's Kelly. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
And the Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small.
Breaks into the open. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Cougars come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Right back to the well. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Might be changing the route. The play action fake. He's not afraid to go deep. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll pull it down. There he goes. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Now he's looking into the middle. And it's caught at the 10. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A 1st down run in the red zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. Touchdown Kentucky. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Got his man quickly. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big...
And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Cougars. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting, and they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched, but here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight, because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Quickly complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. They've really got this offense humming. Just a fourth play of the drive, and it's first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll try to move on from that first down play. Second and goal from the 12. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Washington had an impressive showing at home, and to do it with some of the legends of the past there, Mark Brunell, Napoleon Kaufman, and Lincoln Kennedy, what a special victory. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Back to pass, it's Rudolph. Got the back over the middle.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab, it's Rousseau. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wildcats. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Rudolph. Here's a heat. Pulls it in, it's Rousseau. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Rousseau. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to throw deep right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Finds some room. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year?
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hart. The tight end always finds a way to get open. He's just a first down machine.
And he's a guy, Reese, that is proven he can beat man coverage, but he's also so good against zone, too. He just knows where the soft spots are in the defense. That's why this...
Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. They've been very sharp on this drive so far. Now 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking downfield, it's Rudolph. Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got him downfield. Off and running. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Gets the back moving. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Looking to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. One more play to pad the stats. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Rushes on him. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that